morning. You're welcome to the AM Club right here on MX24. My name is Miriam Uduak Mensah. It's Wednesday, the 16th of April, 2025. You are welcome to the AM Club, coming to you live from the MX24 studios, all in the streets, East Legon, Accra, Ghana. Our mission is simple, is to amplify, inform, and inspire with a fun, fearless, and fact-driven on-air experience. Good morning. Now we'll be kicking off with some inspiration. The hashtag is My Daily Dose of Vim, giving you an inspiring way to start your morning. Now after that, we look out for Coffee Daily, where we recap trending stories from the last 24 hours. Now for our big conversation, we are throwing a spotlight on Equity Health Insurance. Yes, we have been talking about insurance, Equity Health Insurance, especially right here on the platform. Today we get to sit up close and personal with them, get up close and personal with them, and get to know all they have for us. And on the plug, we are throwing a spotlight on Smile for Ghana. Yes, I have a lot about that to share with you later on the show. Remember, you're a major part of the show. Join us online. The hashtag is hashtag the AM Club, hashtag the AM Club, and on all our social media handles is MX24GH on all social media platforms. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is MX24GH on YouTube. Follow MX24 on Ayoba. Join the MX24 channel for updates, or send us your messages on our Ayoba number, that's 059-229-2746. Visit the MX24GH app to catch up on all the fun and excitements of the AM Club shows, featuring engaging conversations, thrilling live segments, and exclusive content you don't want to miss out on. So yes, that is it. Also, you can connect with us on WhatsApp, that's 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511, sending your comments and reactions to everything we cover here on the show. Now it's time for My Daily Dose of Vim. It's time for My Daily Dose of Vim. That's my DDOV. And as always, we are inspired by amazing people or individuals whose hard work, great contribution, and selfless sacrifices leave a lasting mark on us or impact on us. Well, this morning is no different. We're going to be getting into our personality for this morning, who's going to be inspiring us, as Felicity Ama Ajiman, born 15th August 1977. Also known as Nana Ama McBrown, yes, is a Ghanaian actress, TV host, and music composer. She rose to prominence for her role in a television series titled Tentacles. She later found mainstream success with her roles in the three-language movies Asoriba, that's Church Member, and Kumasi Yonko. Kumasi Yonko, I actually remember, that's where I saw her first. I absolutely love that show. Well, she also hosts the McBrown Kitchen and the Entertainment Talk Show, host for, it's not United anymore. It's now Onia Showbiz, I believe. And she is also an actress that has spanned over a decade. In fact, more than 2 decades. The other time I was listening to her story, and I was like, actually, growing up, I was watching her. She was already a big sister by then. So it makes sense, but she's still very beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at our motivation for this morning, coming in from Nanama McBrown.
To tell you that, to let you know that, yes, you can. Whatever the situation, you can. Whatever you're doing, yes, you can. Whatever you're going through, know that, yes, you can. You can be the boss you want to be, and you can be the last man if you want to be that. You know, Empress, I have been through a lot. And you all know my struggle through my career. And I am here today by the grace of God. It is because I didn't stop. I didn't stop at Kwadaso where I grew up. I didn't limit my craft to just the people in Ashanti region. I had to struggle my way through to be a winner in the entertainment industry. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you plan to do. But whatever you plan to do, whatever you're doing now, you are the controller. God will see you through. Please don't stop. Do not stop at what you're doing. One thing I will share with you is that I have always been a positive person. From childhood, I've always had the dream to be a big person. I started from being sports person. Me ball, yeah, become at least 1 or 2 matches. A woman now who be the dance here. It didn't work out, but that didn't stop me too.
Who would have ever thought that Nana McBrown would want to get into football? What? Anywho, since you didn't know that, we gave it to you this morning, but the bigger picture is that she strived through her difficult journey, made sure that her limitations or things that people called limitations didn't keep her down, and she kept fighting through. Today, she's probably one of the most endorsed brand in Ghana, if not the brand with the most endorsements in Ghana right now. And it's all because she never gave up. So whatever you're doing today, don't give up. And it's no cliche conversation. If you give up today, your breakthrough could be tomorrow. I mean, just go there and find out. Go to tomorrow and find out. Don't give up. Get into tomorrow. Find out. Because in any case, if you don't win tomorrow, you are not winning anyway. So what do you lose? Just keep pushing. Keep pressing on. Because there's always, no matter how dark it is, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And that's it for DDOV for this morning. I hope you have been inspired, because I always say that, listen, how do you walk around this world not having hope? It's very dangerous not to have hope, because sometimes, just sometimes, that's the only thing that keeps you alive. Well, that's it. That's a wrap. We take a quick look at major happenings across the world, which zooms us into Coffee Daily. Yes, big stories, big conversations coming up. So please, let's get into that. But before we get into that, let's take a spot of music right. phenomenal. And also I think it's very inspiring and very eye-opening, because I think that's really and truly people want you to win until you win. Like, they want you to win. They want encouraging you, or keep working hard, keep pushing until you actually win, and then there's a problem. Well, welcome back from that break. This is still the AM Club coming to you live from the MX24 studios, only on the streets, East Lagos and Accra, Ghana. It's now time for Coffee Daily. We get into big conversations, what is on X. Lots of things are trending, and we're going to be getting into that pretty shortly. But before we do that, let's talk about something we all want, and that success. Everybody wants it, everybody dreams of it, we all aspire to succeed and to make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I bet it will, you need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And on those days where you need somebody to be there for you, coffee will be by your side. It's a rich creamy three taste and aroma that would aid kickstart your day. So whether you're working, creating beautiful memories with friends and loved ones, Cowboy Coffee will be there with you every single moment. So no matter where you're at, as you chase after those goals, keep Cowboy Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowboy Coffee is with you every moment. Now, let's check what's trending on X, and Mr. Saint here. How are you?
One thing, it's straight here, my name, when you say let's check out what's trending on X. You don't normally say J.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't call you J because it's very, very easy to call you J.
Really?
Yeah, it's easy for me because,
Right,
of course, I've done it over time. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
You look very calm. What's going on? Charlie, you can't stress yourself at this point. What is trending on X? Let's get into that.
Let's first of all touch base with our page and celebrate the brilliance of youth, the Political Leadership Award, to recognize young and successful individuals making significant was organized and foster networking among emerging entrepreneurs on the continent. And there's a news report. Let's take a listen to it.
The continent
of the Africa 100 Awards has once again spotlighted a league of exceptional young Africans who continue to make remarkable contributions across the continent. Held under the banner of the Pan-African Youth Leadership Foundation, the 2025 featured the 100 most influential young Africans, a list that recognizes entrepreneurs, activists, changemakers, and rising public figures who have demonstrated outstanding excellence in their respective fields. Speaking to MX24 News, the executive director of the foundation, Salako Adebowale, shared the vision behind the initiative, emphasizing the importance of celebrating young achievers and platforms that promote African news.
And the idea behind this award is basically to promote and celebrate Africans that are doing well, young Africans that are doing well. The foundation is all about trying to put young African leaders on the map, global map. So we bring them together and let people see what they are doing and let people know what they are doing. They say preparation meets opportunity. We have people from diverse culture, from different parts of Africa, coming together in one room. So we believe that there will be opportunities for networking, for growth. I'm into real estate. I want to expand to Ghana. I want to expand to Rwanda. I will meet somebody here. And from there, it becomes a global business. So that's the major objective of coming together to this event. Annually, we organize 3 major events. We have the Africa 100, where we bring 100 most influential young Africans. We have the African CEO Summit, where we bring business leaders together, young business leaders. And we have the Global Leaders Summit, where we create a network between African young exceptional youths and global young exceptional youths.
This year's list reflects an increased commitment to gender inclusion, with 51 female and 49 male honorees from 26 African countries, a notable rise in female representation compared to the 2024 edition. Some of the honorees also shared what the recognition means to them, while encouraging young Africans to remain committed to the goals despite challenges.
I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers of Pan-African Leadership Youth for honoring young leaders across Africa continent. this means a lot to us.
It wasn't something like we expected. We never expected that our company would be called out for this glamorous event. And I want to let you all know that Africa is in #1. And I love the unity that we all are doing together, how we are all coming together in order to expand what we are doing in Nigeria. Not only Nigeria, but the whole globe. Now we are standing out as an African and we are all one. So this is a glamorous event.
We're just grateful to God Almighty, and we thank God for today, for being awarded for one of the League of Exceptionals of African 100. I'm so grateful to be awarded today. I thank the team, I thank the organization for well-being, for doing a well-done job, for nominating me. I really appreciate, all the way from Nigeria to Ghana. I really appreciate. Thank you.
Message will go to young Africans, because this is a young African summit, and what I'm going to say is, as a young African, you just have to keep striving and keep going hard, because first, the odds are not in our favor being Africans at first, because they see us as lesser people, but we have to show them that we are more than what they see us as, and we have to strive for the best.
The Africa 100 Awards continues to serve as a platform for visibility, networking, and continental dialogue as young leaders strive to shape the future of Africa through innovation, resilience, and leadership.
That was all about the Africa 100 Award. Then, in line with celebrating French culture and promoting the French language in Ghana, Alliance Française, in collaboration with the French Embassy, organized a Francophone parade in Accra. The event highlighted Ghana's growing role in the Francophone community following its full membership status last year. And there's a news report which we went through yesterday as well. Today on the show?
Nope.
Oh, right. So this was yesterday. Okay, so that's just
Let's go back to our trends.
Yeah. What is trending?
Okay,
Sports.
there's a lot of sports.
So Dortmund, Aston Villa, Rashford, Warriors still celebrating Rosie. Rosie from their mother Rosie.
These people, their fan base is just crazy. They just keep them in the trends.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
There's Twilight. There's Momo. Why is Momo trending?
Yeah. Oh, I see the reason. So there's a lady who took mobile money on MTN on that her money was, stolen from her mobile money account. Yes.
Right.
And it wasn't
But
small money.
that
So MTN came out.
Okay, so I think this is a.
But it turned out that, I think I said yesterday, she had confirmed that she shared her OTP number with the fraud person, like with the scammer.
I thought that one the MTN has.
Someone shared that. So she doesn't know. These things, I told you happened to me, how they hacked my account.
Yeah.
How they hacked so they call you in a spur of the moment, and they sometimes have just too much information for you to doubt that they don't know you, or it's not genuine. So again, we should just keep sounding the alarm, or the caution, that the word of caution, that we should be very, very careful.
Right.
Careful. A lot of people are out here. Make sure that if anybody calls you and says that, verify. Be sure before you change from your phone to anybody. My WhatsApp was hacked. Someone just called me and said to me that, there's a meeting in my son's school, but we're not able to do in person, so we're going to do online. So I should share. They just sent a message to me on my WhatsApp, on my phone. So I should share the detail with them so they can log me into the WhatsApp meeting. And as a caring mother, like in my mind, oh God, I missed my son's meeting, and so I immediately, he said they are on right now. I'm the only person who's not on. I'm like, this cannot be information that is going to come from a random person. These people are doing stuff, so just be very careful out here. Wow. Be safe, all right? So let's look into what...
Yeah, so Mobile Money Limited responds to social media posts about alleged unlawful withdrawal. And yellow-valued customer, Mobile Money Momo, from MTN, has taken note of a media post by a customer alleging that Mobile Money Limited compromised her wallet and that funds were withdrawn from her account without her consent. Our findings suggest that this was a case of social engineering where a person unknowingly shares sensitive information, i.e. on-time password, OTP, one-time verification link and PIN with fraudsters. Remember, never share your PIN or OTP with anyone, not even someone claiming to be from MTN. We remain committed to keeping your transaction safe, convenient, and secure. Signed by MTN. But what is going to happen to it, though?
It's gone. There's nothing they can do about it.
Really?
There's nothing they can do about it.
Okay, let's see what people are saying. Okay, but I think that this has been a menace over time. Like, this is not the first time we are hearing this, and it surely will not be the last. I'm not, a prophet of. How do we fix it? If we want to fix it? We've heard the Minister for Communications, just saying that, we're going to do a proper SIM registration where you are going to re-enter your data and everything, and it will be protected better than it is or it was. And this is going to be like a data protection system. What do you make of the whole initiative?
I hope that's not what he said. I hope you're quoting wrong. I just pray you're quoting wrong, because then it would then. First of all, there's an issue of why are we re-registering? You are the same people in the opposition.
He says it's not a SIM re-registration. It's a
what
SIM
is it?
registration exercise. So according to him, the one we did earlier wasn't, for lack of a better expression, it wasn't done right. It wasn't done. That is the question we need to drag him.
And he in opposition said, or they in opposition said, that we already have our details everywhere. And Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa said that, and that is why, personally, he's probably for now one of my best ministers for now, because he understands what he's doing. He says we already have our details in the system from passports,
even from birth
registration to what do you call it, our passports, to those who don't even have passports, NHIS, all of these things have our details. All you want to do is to consolidate them in one system where you don't have to, if I want to go and do something that I need my details, all they have to do is to go into a system and grab because that's what they've done all around the world. When you go to the developed countries, see, you use train station, your entire detail about you is taken by the country. If they want to track you down, they know where they can find you.
Right.
So I hope that's what I'm saying. I haven't heard it from him.
Right.
I have not heard it from him. I hope he's not trying to say that we are now coming to collect or recollect the details of Ghanaians. We are tired of registering everything. We're tired, really and truly. We're tired. We've been registering all our life. We're tired.
Okay.
So I hope that's not what he said.
Oh. Screen seems to be giving us problems. But we will be joined later on in the conversation in the news to speak about Boku with Abib Sani. He's a security analyst. It's back. So I'm hoping that on the sidelines of that conversation, we get to ask him about data protection and the whole registration of SIM cards, and if we should be concerned, if security-wise we should be concerned, and what this.
Because I will not be surprised if this over-registering of everything in this country is what has caused people, fraudsters, to get our details. I will not be surprised.
Right.
I will not be surprised.
Okay. Bongo Ideas has put out a statement. People say, why always MTN? I also ask, why are women always the victims? Instead of blaming the telco, you all should help your women with, okay.
The other thing too is that I think that days ago, one of my favorite people posted up on his status and was talking with noted individuals just so that the message sinks in. But even me, I've become a victim of that thing. So I'm just telling you guys that let's just all be careful out here. I think.
Nungwa Benabo says all Momo scams are never from Telecel or Airtel Tigo, but always from your network. It's either next week, it's becoming it before you lose your customers to other networks. I think it's a genuine. Like we've not heard. It's always from MTN. Yeah.
Fraud, yeah.
Maybe it happens, but I have not heard. Yeah. Genuinely. Okay. But anyways, let's get into our stories for this morning.
You're going to touch sensitive nerves. Let's look at that. Some movie. So let's just move to our stories.
Let's get into our stories for this morning. IMF. Technically, Ghana has been able to reach a $370 million deal with the IMF for disbursement. This followed the assessment, of the previous disbursement. I know it gives us money. There are terms and conditions apply. And this time, when they had a meeting with the finance minister, they had to review, and they realized that, it's actually meeting up to its demands. Now, the big question is, in the 2024 election, the NDC touted the NPP administration as one that has mismanaged Ghana's economy, yada, yada, yada. Now, according to this means this is kind of dispelling that the NPP did not do a good job with the economy.
Yeah.
So it's on social media.
As to, you see, the truth is that I associate property, but done wrong in the SWL government. There were things that were also done right.
Right.
Before they left government, there was some analysis out here that IMF or the international bodies that manage the economy or help with managing our economy has touted our economy doing very well before they left government. Maybe it does not reflect directly. When they say an economy is doing well, it probably means that they pay their debts.
Yeah.
Or their debts have been cleared. But that also means that money has been taken out of the system. Because if you owe someone and you go and pay, you don't have money.
Yeah.
If you owe someone 2 cedis and you have 4 cedis, you give the person 2 cedis, you don't have 4 cedis, you have 2 cedis, right?
Yeah.
And so maybe this analysis applies to what has happened to the economy. So we probably have borrowed, didn't to double the money to be able to pay back our debts and still have more left. Probably that is what has happened. So again, the economy probably has suffered based on this. Also, I mean, there's quite a number of things that there's so many indicators that could show that the economy was probably doing well. Again, it might not directly affect the businesses,
right?
The money in the people's pockets directly, but maybe generally our coffers is comfortable. And we've paid off our debts.
Right. But there's also Boko trending, and let's start off with Boko, where the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei is set to resume mediation efforts between the two factions involved in the ongoing Boko conflict. Now, the announcement follows a recent assurance by President John Dramani Mahama that the peace process led by the Asantehene would continue as part of national efforts to restore calm in the troubled region. Now, in a statement issued on April 15, the Asantehene confirmed that the mediation sessions will take place from April 28th to May 1st at his palace in Kumasi. Now, the mediation sessions, which will be held at the King's Palace, are expected to involve key leaders from the conflicting factions and other relevant stakeholders. Now, before we walk you through the statement released by the Asantehene, we have Abib Sani. Abib Sani is a security analyst, and we will be having a conversation with him about the unrest in Boko. Abib Sani, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on the AM Club. While we try and restore connection with him, let's walk you through the statement released by the Otumfuo Osei Palace about the resumption of the mediation processes about the unrest in Boko. And we will get you that while we try and restore connection with Habib Sani as well. So yeah, Mimi.
Okay, so I think we have the press.
We have it now. The press release 15th April 2025. His Majesty Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, the Asantehene, will resume mediation of the Boko crisis as agreed with both parties from April 28th to May 1st, 2025 at the Menchia Palace in Kumasi. Asantehene requests all stakeholders to cooperate for us to find a lasting peace in Boko, and was signed and released from the Menchia Palace, the Chief of Staff Office of the Asantehene.
Also, I saw some videos trending yesterday of some chiefs from but they're supposed to be in that enclave, and they're saying the police should be removed
from here.
From do you have it in your story?
Yeah. So it was actually part of. We'll have a discussion on it.
Okay,
it was in the trends actually.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we weren't able to go there. But let's just have a quick conversation about it before we try and get back to Habib Sani. I saw it and I cringed.
Yeah.
Why? Because taking the police, it was more or less like take the police out and let them do their thing. Whomever is able to survive in the land claims it. That was the
that was the posture.
Yeah.
And that's worrying.
I cringed. I was like, guy, you are not the only one there. We have women, children, vulnerable. I'm thinking of how students go to school and how if parents allow their children to go to school, because it might be the last time you might see your child go to school or even go to work. Stepping out from your home to go to work, you're scared. What happened? Would I be gunned down? Should I stay home? Should I go to work? Raising so many concerns. And then this comes, I mean, looks like people are going to be migrating out of Boko.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is not what we want to see, because Accra is already choked. Why are you going again? But anyways, I don't know if we have Habib Sani on the line. Okay. So we are trying to reconnect to Habib Sani. We want to on that before we move.
I think this is where the question of who is really in charge of this country comes in. Does the president have the power to prosecute such a person? War is a crime.
Right.
War is a crime. Just so you know, the way we are pampering this situation is because we do not want it to escalate.
Yeah.
And we know that because it's a long-standing bout between these two people, you don't want to go and trigger someone for it to escalate into the other regions.
Exactly.
And so I think that is why they're playing safe and gentle.
Right.
But who really gets to pull the plug and stop this? Right. Because if we're getting the chiefs begin to say these things, which means that they are not ready to comply.
Yeah.
And see, if Otumfuo spends 10 years sitting on this, we might go back to it. Because I remember very well when I heard about the Boko crisis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Now we have Habib Sani joining us on the line. Habib Sani, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on the AM Club.
Wow.
Hello, Habib. Unfortunately,
okay.
Still, we'll try and restore connection with him. We would surely have this conversation, even if not on the AM Club. Try and record it and then bring it up. But yeah.
And so for me, if Asantehene out, because this is way out of his way, but just because he's also a traditional leader and he needs to also add his voice, no matter how much work is put in from government to traditional leaders, we might not get the result we desire because of the push of some of these chiefs. And I think it's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. That statement, that conversation, nah, man. It wasn't the best.
Right.
It was not the best. And I wish it was someone I could actually just blast. But we are not trying to get me as part of the war. So I just keep it safe here. But it wasn't the best. I mean, I don't think that the police should be removed from Boko. Also not because of the chiefs, really and truly. Because of the children who don't have no idea.
Exactly.
I was going to say that I remember very well where I was when I first heard about the Boko crisis. I was in class 4. Yes. And there was a boy from the north. So I think it was environmental, is it religious?
RME?
RME, environment.
I think there was something environmental.
Which one has the history in it? Because one had history in it. Where we're talking about environmental studies. Environmental studies is not that.
Citizenship?
No, citizenship is more time. No, citizenship is new.
Environmental studies?
No, it isn't environmental studies. It is RME, I believe.
Yeah, religious and moral education.
Religious and moral education, I believe. And we're talking about, I think, I remember, I was in class 4.
Yeah.
And I remember we sat, we're talking about how wars come about. And then we're told about the Boko, and the teacher called that boy out, said he's from the north. And it's their area that these things are happening. So he was just trying to use him as an example. So like a child, he would have to move to like Accra, else he will not be safe. We're here in 2025, and this issue is still on. My point is that young people are losing their lives.
Yes.
The future of Boko itself is being washed away. And it's almost as if the older folks over there, especially with this video that we've seen, do not care. And it's sad.
Right. Quite unfortunate. Unfortunately, we are not able to restore connection with Abib Sani to have this conversation, but we will try and record a conversation. Hopefully, you would see it on our socials or tomorrow during the news segment, or even what's trending on X. We might have to play it back again. But let's go back to the IMF, where the International Monetary Fund and the government of Ghana have reached a staff-level agreement on the 4th review of Ghana's 3-year extended credit facility, EFC support program. Now, the agreement, once approved by the IMF Executive Board, will grant Ghana access to approximately $370 million in financial support. The announcement follows a mission led by Stefan Rode, IMF Mission Chief for Ghana, which took place in Accra from April 2nd to April the 15th, 2025. The IMF is providing support under a 36-month EFC arrangement initially approved in May 2023 for a total amount of approximately $3 billion. At the conclusion of the mission, Mr. Rode issued a statement highlighting both the recent achievements and the ongoing challenges with Ghana's economic landscape. Now, here are highlights from the engagement between the Finance Minister and the IMF.
People, the IMF and the key stakeholders that I will personally lead the charge to ensure that these key conditionalities are met to ensure the program is actually on track. This approval will trigger the immediate disbursement of the 5th tranche of 370 million Ghana cedis, bringing the total disbursement since the beginning of the program to about 2.3 billion Ghana cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, reaching a staff-level agreement on the 4th review marks a great progress towards building the Ghana we want. On behalf of His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, I wish to extend our heartfelt appreciation to the people of Ghana for their patience, resilience, and unwavering support. We fully recognize the sacrifices made by every Ghanaian as we work together to restore macroeconomic stability, promote inclusive growth, and secure a brighter future for our nation. We are equally grateful to the IMF mission for their continuous support and professionalism, as well as their constructive engagement throughout the 4th review. We look forward to continue this strong partnership as we advance economic recovery and reform agenda.
Priorities for the strong commitment and ownership of the reforms demonstrated over the At the same time, it's important to say that the implementation of the policy and reform agenda remains crucial. This continued commitment is essential to fully restoring macroeconomic stability, achieving long-term debt sustainability, and ultimately creating prosperity for all Ghanaians. Allow me to thank Honorable Minister Forson, Bank of Ghana Governor Asiama and their teams, representatives from various government agencies and all the non-government stakeholders that we've met with for very open and constructive engagement during this meeting.
And those were highlights from the meeting between the IMF and the Finance Minister here in Accra, where it reached a staff agreement for the disbursement of some $370 million in IMF support. We'll keep our eyes keen and bring you updates in subsequent broadcasts. But the association has opposed increase in utility tariffs approved by the Public Utilities Regulation PURC. The reasons for tariff hike justified systematic inefficiencies, corruption, and mismanagement within the utility sector as the primary issues. Now, the domestic and statement condemns the utility sector's inefficiency and calls for urgent reforms. Let's walk you through the statement released by GUTA, the Ghana Union of Traders Association, where it is, expressing its displeasure at the increase in utility tariffs. And GUTA reacts to increase in utility tariffs. The Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, wishes to vehemently react to the of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission to review the utilities tariff upward based on the reasons they stated for the increment. For us, these reasons do not hold water. We appreciate that life is not static. Changes are inevitable when they are necessary, but not at the whim of any particular body. It is an open that there are lots of wastages in the electricity and water, which every well-meaning to the plain truth. Some of us are inflating the cost of purchases and other charges for individual benefits to the detriment of the state. Of collaboration of bills from defaulters, especially from the state institutions, resulting in outstanding debts, which are eventually and on to other consumers of the utilities, thereby surcharging domestic and commercial consumers in the country for these inefficiencies. It goes on to say that there's also the issue of illegal connections and the failure by the utility providers to tackle these criminal acts with the seriousness it deserves to better such offenders. Failure by the Public Utilities and Regulatory Commission to effectively monitor, evaluate, and scrutinize the operations and management of the utility service providers to ensure value for money and protect the public purse against corruption and other related means of private pockets at the expense of the state. A clear case in point ongoing brouhaha and furrow about 1,000 misdemeanors, some of which were intercepted in the central region and some found in premises of a manufacturing company in Tema. This is to only mention a few. The statement further says that it appears the public sector is now being turned. Every public or civil servant takes advantage of it to enrich him or herself within a short period of time. This does not augur well for this country and must cease immediately if we really want to develop. We therefore appeal to the government to focus much attention on this negative attitude to public service, identify all those who steal, divert, misappropriate, misapply, and or loot state funds or property and deal with them decisively to recover. And was Alpha A. Shaban, the Secretary General of GUTA. Now, just to put this into clear perspective, we know announced TURC announced some tariff hikes. Electricity and water, electricity having a little over 14% increase, and then water being around 9% increment. Well, the Ghana Union of Traders Commission put out a statement yesterday stating their displeasure at tariffs. It says that there are so many concerns that need to be addressed. Illegal connections, customers not being able, or the service provider or the utility providers not being able to recover funds from owing other and the PRC to address these concerns instead of exacerbating the burden of Ghanaian people by increasing the tariffs. Unfortunately, we tried to establish connection with Shaban. Unfortunately, we would also try and record the interview with him the day that the IMF, the minority has put out a statement that expressing their sort of what we discussed earlier, the fact that the NPP administration was doing well with the economy, and then they punch holes into their whole program. But now let's go back to the minority statement, minority MPP level agreement reached by Ghana and the IMF. The International Monetary Fund has today, that was yesterday, reached a staff level agreement with the government of Ghana for the fourth review of the program implementation. This arrangement, when approved, will trigger the disbursement of $370 million to Ghana. IMF in a statement has confirmed that growth was more robust than anticipated in 2024. The economy grew at 5.7% against a target of 3.1%, revised target of 4%. The external sector also exceeded target on account of the highest gross international reserves accumulated, which stood in 2024. Also, the fund emphasized that the financial sector has been stabilized. The annual growth in total assets of the financial sector as at the end of 2024 was 33.8%, deposits by 28.8%. Similarly, in terms of liquidity or core liquid assets to short-term liabilities grew by 46.3%. The capital market shows similar strong performance with the GSE all-share index, and also the earnings and profitability ratios also show that return on assets before tax recorded an annual growth of 5.4% in December 2023 and 5% in December 2024, whilst return on equity after the tax grew at 34.2% in December 2023 and 30.8% in 2024. It goes on to say the government has confirmed a suspicion that the government manipulated the fiscal data to achieve and to support the earlier claims by the economy he inherited was run out. While the Minister for Finance in the 2025 budget announced the primary fiscal deficit on commitment basis to be 3.9% of GDP, the IMF found it to be 3.25%, a difference of 0.7% of GDP. This is notwithstanding that the IMF itself departed from their own definition of the primary fiscal balances as defined in the technical memorandum of understanding reached at the beginning of the program. Now, it goes on to say that by allowing multiple year payables to in the determination of primary as if they occurred in 2024, the Fund Ghana Commission has effectively assessed the financial balance on metrics that vary from all the previous reviews performance of the economy. To reach agreement on this performance is therefore fully attributed to the economic success of the previous MPP government. And these are statements from the former Finance Minister, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, and Member of Parliament for Karega constituency, the ranking member of the Finance and the Finance Committee of Parliament as well, putting out a statement, assuring Ghanaians that, well, the economy was doing well as at 2024 against what the NDC says. According to them, they're just running a propaganda of liaising with the president he inherited in the economy. Well, we just had to bring you that so that we can better appreciate what the response from the minority is in terms of economic recovery. But away from that, let's do some other stories where Mensa, of a controversial sale, a diplomatic belonging to Ghana's High Commission in Nigeria, has been arrested by Ghanaian security authorities. Now, Mensa Bonsu, reportedly a special aide to late Alhaji Rashid Bawa, former High Commissioner to Nigeria, under the Akufo-Addo administration, is alleged to have received $1.5 million in cash and signed documents to sell the property. The arrest comes amid growing scrutiny over the transaction, which has sparked public outcry and calls for accountability. In a Facebook post on Tuesday, April 15, Ghana's Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, disclosed that 1.5 million payment was never deposited into any official government account. He also indicated that there is no record at the ministry confirming that the fund was formally declared. Also take a look at the Minister for Foreign Affairs. We got him, Brightening, the man who received $1.5 million cash signed document purporting to sell a prime belonging to Ghana's High Commission in Nigeria, has finally been arrested. As High Commissioner to Nigeria, the late Alhaji Rashid Bawa, who was appointed by President Akufo-Addo. It is important that the $1.5 million cash was not paid into government accounts. Neither is there any record at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that the cash was officially declared. Documents reveal that Brightening and his collaborators had valued the prime Lagos beachfront diplomatic property at $5.3 million and considered $1.5 million payment as the first installment. The outcome of the 2024 elections must have touted their plans. We are also investigating the circumstances under which Brightening was issued a diplomatic passport on October 18, 2023 by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, when from all he could not have been eligible for a diplomatic passport. Brightening was not a staff of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or the often seen in the company of the High Commissioner. As we await criminal prosecution shortly, it will be interesting to see how Mr. Bonsu backs his claims that he acted on the instructions of his superiors and that those superiors gave him access to documents on the diplomatic property. He concludes and says that the government of Ghana is equally determined not to allow this condemnable incident to mar our great and ancestral bilateral relations with Nigeria. We promise that justice will be done. We are keeping our word. Let me state for the 10th time, no diplomatic property belonging to the people of Ghana is for sale. Severe consequences await anyone who tests our resolve for God and country, concluding the statement about the capture of Mensa by national security operatives, as stated by some on and bring updates in subsequent. But now let's go to the Volta region, where the Volta regional minister has expressed frustration with the electricity company over constant power outages in the region. Now, during a visit to address the issues, the regional minister called for improved communication and accountability from ECG. He also emphasized the importance of regular updates to residents, urging ECG to inform the public in advance if power outages are expected. He also highlighted the impact of the outages on residents, noting that damaged appliances have led to financial losses among members of the region. He warned that affected individuals may begin to demand compensation from the Electricity Company of Ghana. Meanwhile, Christiana Halio, the ECG's Volta regional manager, acknowledged the ongoing electricity challenges and assured residents that steps are being taken to resolve the crisis. She explained that a significant part of the issue stems from the constraints within the electricity transmission network operated by Gridco, which supplies power to ECG. Now let's come back to Accra, where the minority leader advances through the media, urging unity and discipline as the party prepares for the 2028 general elections. Now, speaking during a visit to the Kantamanto market on April 15, 2025, Afenyomarking addressed traders and party sympathizers, stressing the need for internal cohesion and respectful engagement among party members.
MPP in Gwa Parliament is 61. Na NDC kita 133. Now so within 4 years, young papa when any baby call, oye JH Mesa. No, order 4 years. MPP yes one and overturning 104. You winning majority of the seats. Am I say, young Papa Kufo, Obebe Yomape. The man was in 2016. The man bring up Obiara Neraho. Kofu Pinala na Waba Mebubu. Nanso young Papa Akufo-Addo. Owini. Yenya seats and Kokro 169. Young Papa Akufo-Addo obey no. 1 year be crown obi biara gi to me there. Free SHS. Oya dene. Na damo okunyin Akufo-Addo nze dachi na Ghana ye be there. Never can. Since year just 88. Yandos. Na ende ajimuku. Muwajazi wa nyankopon nizim de. Dam 80 yenya botama yenu yenya ya bompa na ekro ya ba nyankopon ya duma yenso yen roba obedene na ashe it is a MPP na wa mo renho we as in the man not paying for there in good times and in bad. Ne papa ho na ne bono ho. Intimacy since yara on cherbiara party mo be impayfo e wo constituency e wo region na national na wo wie no kra where you flag bearer no way to Franca. Yes said party be na yabama ekroye yabama sumji yakasem.
That was the minority leader and member of parliament for the Futu constituency, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, speaking to MPP supporters and sympathizers at the Kantamanto market here in Accra. Now, we know that they made some cash donations to those affected by the Kantamanto market fire over some weeks ago. We do not know, or we have not been able to establish how much exactly, but we know they made some cash donations to them as well. You saw the member of parliament for Efutu and the minority leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin. You saw Jerry Ahmed Shaib, member of parliament for the Wejagbawe constituency. Frank Anodonpre was also there, as well as other to gather their support. And why is this happening? We've seen Kennedy Ohene Japan also going around to galvanize support, calling for unity among MPP supporters and sympathizers. We've now seen that of the minority caucus in parliament is raising a lot of questions as to, is there really a division in the MPP? Why is the MPP not, why is the minority caucus not supporting the former member of parliament for Asin Central, Kennedy Ohene Japan, on his tour and, you know, about unity in the party? But these are things we like to see, Mimi. After the 2024 elections, Klaus said in my ears that the next president, the next flag bearer of the
MPP. Do you think that if ever Honorable Afenyo-Markin stands with Kennedy Japan, he will win?
I think that there are two strong personalities.
See, and one day I'll mention a name here who in my heart, I believe, even though he's quiet, if he stands...
Is that who I think it is?
It could be. It starts with a K.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know why, but I have so much confidence that if he stands as flag bearer of the MPP has a better chance, in my opinion. I like Kennedy Japan because I think that over time, he's proven himself very, very, very efficient. In his constituency, he himself had to remove himself to be able to leave that space vacant for any other person. He's just the guy that knows the right thing that needs to be done.
True.
And he has called... See, reason why even anybody should even call him credible is that he's called his own party out before, in power.
Yeah.
Not outside of power, in power. He told them they were going to lose 2024 election before we even thought of going for the primaries. He told them. So for me, I think that he will be a good leader for the country, Ghana. But whether or not his party believes that, no concern. Last week, Palgrave Bwachidakwa, the former speaker for advisor.
I think advisor.
He's a government advisor on security. Yeah. He was, and he threw his support greatly behind him. I think we should get a conversation from him.
A lot of people actually throwing support
for Kennedy Dapaah.
But now the question is, would the party give him the nod? And then let's before we go, let's look at this, and we might do this for the NDC as well, so that it doesn't look like we are bipartisan.
Because we're not.
Yeah. What are the chances? Who do we think can emerge as flag bearer from the MPP? Because last year we saw a tall list of them.
Yeah.
I think there were about 20 or 12. They had to go delegates, super delegates, and then the final one.
Yeah. I'm going to give you 3 names. Without the name I told you, yeah. So there's going to be, I think Afeju is the fine one.
Flag bearer?
I don't know why. Okay. I think he is. And then there's also Kennedy Dapaah. I don't know if they want to keep Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Right. Also because there are conversations that he was in bed with the former president, who, by the way, in their opinion, didn't help build the party.
Right.
He wasn't about the party, he was about himself and his family. And those are conversations that are on social media, so it's not from me. Yeah. I'm just reiterating what people have said. I'm not, listen, I'm not, I'm just saying that that's what people are saying, that's what the party members are saying. And so they don't seem to want him again. And I think for his own good. We all know that he was a fine economist. We loved him as an economist. We didn't honestly want him to do too much politics. You should go and enjoy his wife and his family. Leave politics alone. If I was, this is on a very easy side. If I was friends with the family, I'd tell him, Charlie, you've done your bits.
I don't even think he would. I don't know, but I'm getting the sense that he would not.
Yeah, just do your bits. Yeah. You've done your bits. You know, and
take a back seat.
Yeah.
Grab some cocktail.
Charlie, chill with your beautiful wife. Your wife is very young.
Yeah.
She needs a husband here. Hey. Wow.
Okay, so these...
What just came into my head that I said, wow?
Only you pay. These are personal, you know, these are not, you know, some of them are references from social media. Don't come at us, we beg you. We will do same for the NDC, don't worry.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Get to highlight whom we think would lead the party, whom we also think that the MPP should, you know, project in the 2028 elections. We just shared with you. But the news ends here. But if you join us on MX24 or G8 and a new baby, MX24 News on Instagram, you get to enjoy news, current affairs, updates, everything you need to know to keep you moving and going. We've got you covered when you join us on these platforms. So grab your phones and join us. And while you do this, enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sisane, for coming through with those stories. Again, like he said, the stories might end here this morning, but it continues online. And you know that we're going digital, so everything is on a line. Let's just get to do that. We're moving straight to sports right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Welcome back to the show right here on MX24. This is the AM Club. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. Moving straight to sports right now. It's time to get rewarded as the next big betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bets using your code, you will earn 4% of their wages. It actually doesn't matter if it's a win or lose. If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people bet with your code, the more you earn. Start betting, sharing, and winning with a Bet Influencer exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions definitely do apply, and it's definitely regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway says bet responsibly. Now, moving straight to our stories for this morning in sport. 8 regional football associations yesterday received Nizar Navara pickups as part of the FIFA Forward program. Aiming at, of course, an initiative aimed at strengthening football development across the country. These vehicles provided under FIFA's flagship development projects are intended to support the day-to-day administrative and operational activities of the RFA, president of the FA, Edwin Simeon Okreku, who has been championing infrastructural and logistical upgrades across all levels of Ghana football, expressed confidence that the vehicles would boost efficiency and accessibility in the regions, just like other FIFA Forward programs.
France in Paris have been very, very supportive of the Ghana FA in our agenda to fix the fundamentals or the very foundation of our football. In addition to the purchase of operational vehicles for our football administrative regions, the FA has also, through the Forward program, also gone through quite a number of projects, all with the support of FIFA. With your permission, I'll go through a few of the Forward programs that we have already undertaken. Okay. We all remember not too long ago, we made a journey to the Upper East. Upper East, having really gone through the region, we realized that there was not a single FIFA standard football pitch. Through the support of the ESCO, we applied to FIFA Forward, and FIFA, having gone through all the motions with the Ghana FA, approved the construction of the first ever FIFA standard football pitch in the Upper East region. Today, the people, our brothers and sisters in Upper East, have access to a FIFA-certified full standard football pitch. And that pitch houses the first ever GFA Elite Football Academy. I am sure somebody will say, so how much did that cost? Today I will tell you. That project, funded by FIFA, cost $742,000 US.
And that was Ked Okreku, president of the GFA. Now, moving away from that, Borussia Dortmund could not recover from a first leg demolition by Barcelona to reach the Champions League semi-finals, despite winning a thrilling return tie thanks to Cyril Guirassí's hat-tricks. The Catalan giant appeared to have all but confirmed their place in the last four for the first time since 2019, following their crushing 4-0 win at home. But Dortmund put up a brave effort to come so close to a stunning turnaround in a dramatic second leg.
Welcome.
bench with 26 points and 6 assists to lead Orlando to a 120-95 win over the Atlanta Hawks earlier today in the first game of the NBA play-in tournament. Paulo Bachero had 17 points and 9 rebounds and 7 assists for the Magic, and Wendell Carter Jr. added a 19 points and 7 rebounds. Anthony Black, who also came off the bench, scored 16 points on 6 of 7 shooting in the Magic's first appearance in a play-in game, earning the Eastern Conference 7th seed after a 41-41 regular season. The Magic will play in a first-round playoff series against the Celtics starting Sunday at Boston.
Season is up.
On an AM Club, make sure to stay connected with us as more sports and stories come up on this platform. It's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bets using your code, you earn 4% of their wager. It doesn't matter if it's a win or loss. If they bet, you earn cash, and the more people that bet, the more money you get, the more money you earn. So it starts betting, sharing, and winning with the Bet Influencer exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions definitely do apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana, Betway says bet responsibly. Okay, now you make sure to visit MX24 for more exciting stuff. Catch up with all the fun, the breaking news stories, sports, and business insight on mx24online.com. It's now time for entertainment, and yes, we're going to be getting into that pretty shortly right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Good morning, everybody. You're welcome to Entertainment News segment right here on the AM Club Coffee Daily. My name is Daphne Flashy. Thank you so much for sticking till this time of the show. And as usual, I'm about to give you all the news and what is trending in Ghana, in Africa and beyond. Good morning, my beautiful lady. How are you?
Good morning, my beautiful lady. You looking very beautiful.
Thank you.
You know, I always tell you, you're a very beautiful young lady.
Aww.
You're very beautiful. Like, sometimes I look, I'm like,
sweet.
Actually, if you know she's beautiful. You are actually very beautiful. What's this dress called?
Rehearsals for meeting UK Prime Minister. Yes. To get tea. It's definitely
the fascinator.
And the fascinator.
Yeah. And then the gloves.
Yeah.
And your socks and your heels.
Yeah.
And you'll be good to go. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm rich, I'm successful, I'm beautiful, and all of that.
Beautiful
and all that
you
positive.
are.
Thank you, thank you.
Awesome.
Well, do you know that Black Sharif is doing amazing well? He's doing good.
Yeah.
He's doing, I don't know. He's exceeding what we always, we know Black Sharif, and at this time it's like, every single time we know that, okay, it's Black Sharif, we're not supposed to be surprised, but we're always getting surprised because tell me why. He just released this album and the album is already on number 10 on the Billboard World Album Charts. I think that's amazing.
I think that's incredibly amazing. It's not just amazing, it is incredibly amazing.
Yeah.
What?
Iron Boy.
Is it the same God that this boy is?
Have you listened to any? Me too. I don't know what's stopping me. But everywhere I go, I hear people playing. I'm like, this, especially with, for Sarkodie to do a remix of that song. You heard it, right? When Sarkodie did a remix of his song and is dissing people on Twitter. Yes, that's for another day. But for Sarkodie to take it, I think he took Weed and Boys, yeah. And for Sarkodie to do that, you know that Charlie, and you they are touching a kuma.
On your feature, baby. Yay.
So yeah, so it's so amazing that Black Sharif is always working hard. He's working hard. In fact, one interview that I saw of him, you know that guy that actually goes and says, "Excuse me, what do you do?" Why? Did you see Black Sharif's interview?
I used to think it was random until he had those interviews. That's when I realized that it's actually planned.
Oh, it's planned?
Yes, yes. Because he's not just Black Sharif, he's other people. But of course, to get to that international level, of course, you need to have put in a lot of work.
Yeah. So Ghanaian musician Black Sharif's album has achieved a remarkable milestone, debuting at number 10 on the Billboard's World Album Charts. This impressive feat highlights Black Sharif's growing global influence and appeal, solidifying his position as a rising star in the music industry. The album's success is a testament to Black Sharif's unique sound and style, which has resonated with fans worldwide. With this achievement, Black Sharif cements his status as one of Africa's most promising music talents. Congratulations to Black Sharif. Okay, we're moving away from that and we're doing more of the chats. Now, you see, this song from the very beginning, I believed in this song. You were always watching me like, this girl, every day she's doing this.
This is a Molly girl, eh?
This is Molly, and congratulations to her. She is now the highest listened to Ghanaian artist on Spotify. She has surpassed Amare based on monthly. So when it comes to overall, Amare is still on, but monthly listeners, she has surpassed Amare with a solid 5,562,922 listeners. Yeah. So let's quickly get into it. So Molly has surpassed Amare as the most listened to Spotify artist in Ghana with 5,643,149 monthly listeners, thanks to the success of a hit single, Shake It to the Max. Amare follows closely with 5,562,922 monthly listeners, showcasing the competitive nature of Ghana's music scene. Both artists have been making waves in the industry with their unique sounds resonating with fans globally. This achievement highlights Molly's growing popularity and influence, solidifying her position as a leading figure in the Ghanaian music scene. And guess what? They are both friends. Friends, you know, who
we went together.
and people got to know Molly music. Like, Molly was always there, but people know who she was through Amara's I Really Like to Party, because she sang that she sang get the yeah, and that's how people got to know Molly music, and she's doing her own thing. So friends who support friends, we're up for it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Any day supporting, not friends who hate on each other. I mean friends who love each other and support each other.
Yeah. So congrats. Today there's good news. Good news. We are loving it.
I mean, it's Wednesday, so it has to be good, because Wednesdays are supposed to be good. Anything else?
Yes. Now, NASA, not NASA. This is, I think, Blue. So people are talking about this trip to space. I know you heard it, where these beautiful women took an 11-minute trip to space. And that same space that I think there were 2 astronauts that were supposed to return in hours. They got stuck there in a year, and they just brought them back. So there was Gail King, there was Katy Perry, and there was one astronaut to guide them. There was Jeff Bezos' fiancé, and you know, all of them came together and they decided to go and explore space for 11. Now people, I'm saying, they are saying that they don't believe it, because why is their lace wig intact if they are floating in space? Now ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the video, and Mimi would be the judge of this.
1, 2, 3, take us space!
Tamir's in space.
Behind you, look right behind you. It's okay. Leave Flynn up there. Flynn, look.
Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn. Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goddess.
Wow.
Oh my That's our pink moon. Okay. Now it's time to pick out that one.
Oh my gosh.
She's so much. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's amazing. 1, 2, 3, take us space!
Tamir's in space.
Behind you, look right behind you. It's okay. Leave Flynn up there. Flynn behind you, look.
Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn. Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goddess.
Wow.
Oh my That's our pink moon. Okay. Now it's time to pick out that one.
Oh my gosh.
She's so much. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's amazing. 1, 2, 3, take us space!
Tamir's in space.
Well, so they were saying that you've got space, any other glue they use for their lace fronts.
and I think it's just people just exaggerating everything. Katy Perry is white.
Yeah.
Look at where the hairline is. It's her hair. She might have whatever is stored in it, but her front is her hair.
Yeah. So
there's an Asian who has her own hair on. The 2 black ladies. The only person I can tell, I don't know who this person is. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that's the girlfriend.
This one.
1, 2, 3.
This one.
Yes.
Gail King. Yeah.
Gail King.
Yeah.
That's the name.
Yeah, that's Gail King.
I don't know
ABC,
her.
Encore.
Encore.
Yeah.
Did you see? She has a lace front, but you can tell that it's one of those ones that is not like she. it won't come off immediately. You know this. You were what do you call it? You know it doesn't come off immediately. It will take time. I have never been to space, so I can't tell the intensity of that thing that carries them all over the place. I cannot tell. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The astronauts.
The astronauts.
Yeah.
That's the one at the back there. Is the astronaut. This one is not an astronaut.
Jeff Bezos' fiance.
That's the Asian girl.
No, the Asian girl is the astronaut.
Also, this is Jeff Bezos'
fiance, which they also had a lot to say because she went to space. She came back and they said her face fillers have spread. People.
So 1 minute. You're saying that she didn't go to space because clearly her hair is not moving. But the second minute, she really went to space.
During the interview, her face fillers have spread. But you're not the only one who has opinions. So let's take a look at some of the opinions and what people are saying.
I think it's just really a lot of people that likes to talk.
Okay. So someone says, real-time slow-mo, kind of feel like this was inspired by the episodes in the morning show when Reese went to space. Someone says, so you mean to tell me space ain't nothing but 15 minutes up the road? They don't left and come home quicker than a 9 to 5. Someone says, so are we getting lied to or not? Someone says, I'm sick of being lied to. Someone says, they filmed this at the mall virtual reality spot and got Auntie Anez after. Couple weeks ago, some people were trapped in space. Well, you know that. Good luck, ladies. Lace wigs in space. I never thought I'd see that day. There's one part of it where, where someone said, man, they in Universal Studios, goodbye and good night. Someone said they filmed this at Tyler Perry Studios. This and many more is what people are saying. I don't get it. The videos of them setting off was there. In fact, when the news came out that they were going to go into space, everyone was excited and everyone was ready to, and now it's all about the lace wig. This one's face has spread. Well, this is to show you how human beings are, Charlie. One thing they're also talking about is Katy Perry during the interview when they asked her how she feels about space. Almost saying no to Papa, so she was saying that space is like motherhood and there's a whole lot that is revolving around this space trip. But I hope that if they went to space, I mean, for me, I know it's true because I've followed the story and I've seen from the takeoff to the bells that were ringing and everything. I know that, okay, this is space. Maybe they need to share the glue, lace glue, this one, because you see the way I sweat a lot. My lace glue comes off very quickly. They need to share that with us. How tight.
I think you're just supporting a negative energy, and I don't like it for you. Because I don't think that I don't think, and it's 11 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
And for those who say you can't go to space in 11 minutes, you see, that's a joke of our society. We don't learn. We don't learn. Me, I don't know this for a fact. So right now that you've mentioned, because we knew that there was a story of the people going there for 11 minutes and coming back, and they didn't come back until a year later because of some mishaps. So I'm going to now sit down and look into it. So before you come and write a comment, why don't you just Google is your friend? How hard is that? And then if you're coming to criticize something, you need to say, actually, social media, you can't you can't stress over someone's comments at this point.
I know. Well, I just had to bring it to you because this is what's trending internationally. The space trip that got a lot of people talking about. But ladies and gentlemen, this is for you today on a My name is definitely Flashy. I got to run. But today I'm looking beautiful as usual with big girls. And so you can locate them at East Legon at Jingana, opposite or just opposite the Asawajan filling station. Or contact them on their social media pages at biggirlsonline_elite on all social media pages. I look good, don't I?
You look amazing. I think you really look amazing. Well, thank you so much, Daphne. Now, in today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. This is why we have thoughtfully designed our corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance. Now, with Equity Health Insurance, your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Our health plans are individually tailored to accommodate the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tasks and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. Please feel free to reach out to us on 050-1515-124 or 0539-135-073 so that we can further enhance the level of service we provide to you. At Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you. Are you looking for the best value data and voice offers that are tailored to your unique needs? At Telecel, we understand everyone has their own preference, and that's why we have the unbeatable Made for Me bundle, made just for you. The Made for Me bundles are affordable, customized data and voice packages personalized for you. Simply dial *530# or download the Telecel Play app to subscribe today. To your special Made for Me bundle today. Telecel, connecting energies. Now it's time for the plug right here on the AM Club. Right after this, we'll be right back to get into all the big conversations. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Growing up as a young girl, it has always been my dream to work in the banking sector. Right after my national service, I was employed in the banking sector, and then in 2019, I lost my job. The love I have for kids and events and the passion to create something with my hands made me open a business called Popsicles Ghana. Popsicles Ghana creates cold treats and desserts, ice creams, ice cream cones. We do events and we have customers that we supply to for their personal enjoyment. Good afternoon, my name is Gertrude from Popsicles. Yes, ma'am. Yes. We have a bucket of ice cream available. I started Popsicles Ghana alone, right from my kitchen to my garage, and now we are here. And then I have 2 staff and 3 contract staff, making a total of 6 people. 4 ladies, 2 gentlemen.
I've been working with Popsicles for a year now, and I can tell you it's so beneficial.
I started working with Popsicles Ghana in 2020 as a transport manager here, but because of the training, I know how to do productions. At times, she sent me to Volta region, Ashanti region to go and train people about how to do production with raw food from the farm.
The best decision I've ever made in my life is to start a business. It gave me the flexibility of time. I'm able to bond more with my family and with my friends. Popsicles has introduced me to a lot of great people, ranging from the Amwabe and others.
Ice cream in Ankasano, nice. Ye need you home, ye pay. Ye area handing in an one I eddy. Ah, me Toma, me Manmo, the coast school, me Madame for Mammy Chain, and one eddy Jenny. And say no. Yeah, bet me I say your area had a jatum.
I get exposed to people out there. I get to know more about fruits, how beneficial they are to our health. And I get paid, and that means I also get to buy some of my needs and wants without depending on anybody.
Our target market at Popsicles Ghana are children, people who are lactose intolerant, people who are diabetic and want to take cold treat or still have the sweet tooth to take ice cream without sugar. Starting a brand in Ghana has not been easy. We've had our ups and we've had our downs. We source our raw materials from farmers on their farms. Mangoes from Somanya, watermelons from Adan, pineapples from Pokwase, and so on and so forth. We've been able to cut down post-harvest losses of some of our farmers that we source our products from.
Working with Honorable Gertrude Ajoboklo, it's not just a workplace, it's a family. This is called home because I get to feel like I'm living with my own parent. She treats me like not just a worker, but her own daughter. Take care of my needs. I'm actually her bestie.
Popsicle Ghana is beneficial to me because I've been able to gather some money, and now I've enrolled myself in the University of the People in America as an online student.
I want to be a student of Central University. That means I have to save some of the money, maybe in case of food, clothing, or anything.
In the nearest future, we want Popsicles Ghana to be a household name, serving each child a popsicle each day. Fruit on a stick in a delicious manner.
I can tell you, Popsicles Ghana is just the best.
I want to urge each and everyone out there
wanting to get a handiwork, is there stressed or you are depressed, just walking into Popsicles Ghana.
Our boss will train you. She will mentor you up to a point that she knows that you can be on your own.
Popsicles Ghana remains your healthy option to snacking in Ghana.
We are workers of Popsicles Ghana. Ghana grows, hope day.
Ghana grows.
Ghana grows.
Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have locked in the same perfect multi-bet. Big win for United, over 1.5. And both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the Bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Win, even if your bet misses.
This is a call to you. The dreamers. The ones that see no boundaries.
Dreamers take a chance.
The explorers that chart their own path.
Unlock the vibes, connect the energy.
The ones that dare to challenge the status quo.
Get connected, feel the
When others try to think outside the box, you wonder, what box?
catch the wave, enjoy the ride.
To the architects of their journeys. Every connection is an opportunity to explore every experience. This is your call to adventure. Your journey begins here. Be bold, be daring, be free. Connecting passions, connecting dreams, connecting ambitions. Telecel, connecting energies.
Michael has been exceptional, surpassed all his targets. Let's hear from this year's Staff of the Year.
This wouldn't be possible without a strong relationship. You've been with me through university. All those days of studying together just to ace those tests, which we did, by the way. And those days of the side hustles. You were there. All of these have prepared me for this moment. Cowbell Coffee has been there with me every single step of the way.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people behind the scenes who make fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV.
You're welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. If you're just joining in, welcome. We're still, celebrating Ghana. So you're going to be seeing a lot of, cultural display on the show this month. But note that it's Fashion Wednesday, so we're going to get into, fashion tips and all. And I have my fashion... My fashion queen is here. You came... You came looking at a pass.
I came for you people.
Yeah, you're giving.
It's giving Kinsey.
It's giving corset kakra.
Yeah, it's not corset kakra, it's corset baby. Because the way they snatched me this morning, it's not easy. As I'm sitting here, we are maintaining composure. Because if we go back there the way, I can't breathe. But it's all good. It's all for you.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining.
Fashion can be. You say beauty is pain.
Beauty is pain.
So
because
small.
This one I can't breathe.
Yeah, we take it like if I faint, you catch me. Yeah.
Please don't faint. Some of you minutes don't faint. But yeah, it's another exciting episode of Fashion Wednesday on the AM Club. I'm excited because today we're going to learn today we're actually going to learn a craft or a trade. I don't know how you're going to put it.
Me too, I don't know. We are learning something.
This one, if we learn it, and when we learn it well, we can start a business out of it.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. So I think it works. But before we get into the conversation for this morning at Equity Health Insurance, the well-being of our members takes precedence. We recognize the unique healthcare needs of individuals and families, which is why we are delighted to present our Ebusia Health Plan. This health plan is crafted to promote the enduring health and happiness of you and your loved ones. Our plans are meticulously tailored to offer comprehensive and competitive health insurance coverage for individuals, families, and smaller groups. Access to quality care is just a phone call away, offering continual assurance of your family's welfare. Contact us today on 0546 645 465 or 0503 860381 at Equity Health Insurance. We say always here for you. With the Dzamefe water, staying refreshed has never been easier. Dzamefe water provides clean, healthy water you can trust as your go-to source for drinking and cooking, with options of our innovative 20 liters bottles that comes with a tap and 18.9 liters bottles. Your dispensers will have a breath of new life as our clean and hygienic Dzamefe water flows through them for your consumption. To order yours today, call us 020-9884-5817. 020, let me take that again, 020-9845-817, or visit our website at www.dzamefe.com/gh, www.dzamefe.com/gh for more information on our brand. Dzamefe Water, we say a better life. Is what we are asking for, and they have something even amazing for you as a business. In fact, they're starting a campaign today, and the campaign is for our Muslim brothers. They're providing water, clean water, to a mosque today. So we're also asking that if you have a mosque near you that you'd like them to go and provide free water all day for them, send us a message, and would link them up so that because after this fasting, we'll be frying chicken and goat and cow. If you suggest the most 3 points,
they are good mood. They are good.
So that after they'll give you meat.
It's very important.
It's very important. Yeah. Okay, now back into the studio, and of course, my fashion queen is going to take us through who we have in the studio.
Yeah. So today we have Mrs. Emanuela Ukoha. Hey, la 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 la. Yeah, and she's going to be showing us the art of Gele styling. So you'll see a little bit of something going on over here. So yeah, but when did you start doing this?
I started in January 2019.
Oh.
Here in Ghana.
Oh, in Ghana?
In Ghana, why?
Yes, actually, when I got married, that was when I came to Ghana.
Okay.
And
are you married to a Ghanaian?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh, we're also sorry because you are missing out.
Yeah.
We're also very sorry that it's not Ghanaian. But why did you choose to move to Ghana? Because again, Gele is supposed to be a Nigerian thing.
So apparently it's from Nigeria. They do some in Togo and also in Benin as well.
It's Africa tradition. It's deeply rooted in African tradition. So it represents culture and it embodies everyone's belief. So Gele is not specifically for Nigerians. So it's Africa. It's deeply rooted in African tradition.
But they said even within Nigeria, it's from the Yoruba tribe?
Yes, please. It's from the Yoruba tribe. That is where the name Gele came from.
Not the style.
Not the style. So the way we identify head wrap here as duku.
Okay.
That is how Gele is over there.
Okay.
So it's the fabric. So when someone comes to say, I want to buy Gele, if you don't mention the specific style you are going for.
So what are the types, the styles?
Oh, we have the round styles, we have the fan, the styles that sometimes are so big.
The round one.
Unconventional styles, avant styles like this.
Okay.
Yes, where we have to create something unique. We have the Zara cap and style. And yes, we have so many styles.
I think we'll be having a conversation while she goes through the practicals.
You're coming to teach us.
You're coming to teach us how to wrap.
This is I think it's the easiest you can do yourself. Yes. So this is an Ankara fabric.
Okay.
And this is a mako. This most people use the paper, but I would recommend the mako because it tends to give a firmer look.
What's it called again?
Mako.
Mako.
Yes.
Okay.
This mostly the shoe welders use it. So it has another use. We can use it to style your Zara cap.
So this is the what you have on is the Zara cap.
Yes, this is the Auto Zara cap. This one I made it to wear it myself, but today I'll show you how to tie it yourself in case if you are going for an event and you just want to quickly look amazing.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Yeah.
I get to be the mannequin for the day.
I forgot.
I'm the mannequin.
Please find your way.
Should she come here or I go to her? Okay, I can go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So find your way.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to the salon. Okay. So I'm currently at the I'm the mannequin for the day. I was looking for it.
Model.
You're the model for the day, please.
In Gele tying, measurements are needed.
Okay.
If your measurement is not accurate to what you want to achieve, you won't achieve it. So for this Zara cap, it's a 50-50. That means this is a whole 100. So this is a whole 100, even if it's not 100 inches. This is a whole 100 in Gele. And then you need a 50-50. So you get your Zara cap, identify the middle first to get that 50-50 we need.
Okay.
This is 50-50 right now. So you mark it and then place your marker there and start folding.
Right.
Folding. So when you fold this, I want you to feel here. Here is smooth, right?
Yeah.
But when you fold, here is
Yes.
rough.
It's beginning
So
to.
we actually need somewhere like this for the band to feel very flat. Because if I do here, when I'm done tying, if it was something like it's transparent and not an Ankara, you will feel there's lines there. So now we just need somewhere very, very smooth, and then you place it on the head. Please, it's advisable to place it slightly above the eyebrow in terms of the Zara cap. So since I'll need you to hold these two sides for me. Yes,
Like this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So since you are going to tie it yourself, you won't need anybody to hold. So you will know how to hold it very firm. And then you lift your hand up halfway your head and tie. Okay. You tie it as tight as you want or as loose as you want. And that's where you can create anything at the back, or if it was longer, I would have extended it here. But for this time around, I would just create something that looks like mine at the back. And use the pins.
Band. You're doing a band at the back.
To just create a rose or something at the back.
Right.
And if you're able to use the pins, it will help you to hold it down.
It's actually coming up really, and that was quick though.
Yeah, very, very quick.
Yes,
easy.
it is very easy. That's why I said this is the easiest in case
So
you
if I
to.
want the band, do I just go to any shoemaker and say?
Okay, so if you want to, in case you don't have any band, you can use paper. But I'm concerned because of sweating, because you be out there and you sweat and the paper starts dividing and then you feel uncomfortable. So the band, oh my God, she
looks so good.
Oh, guys, look at me. Like Mama Ghana.
You look you look so good. But you know, you said there are different gele styles.
Yes.
Do you have to look at your head shape or before you choose a gele style, or any and everything goes?
You know, everybody knows what to fit them.
Okay, now I think I have to leave you now.
Really?
Enjoy my gele.
Yes, please. For you to, yes, because everybody has different head shapes.
Okay.
So she has a round and you have oval.
Yeah, you have round.
I used to have your face when I grew fat.
So you have oval face. For you, anything V-shape. V-shape is when we crisscross in the front. It will fit you. Now, she with a round face, I'm not saying it won't fit her, but there's something she's expecting that she saw in you that she wants to see in her.
It will not happen.
It will not happen. But when she has something round on her head, it will surely fit her. You see how she's looking so sophisticated and everything.
Yeah.
Odogu silence as well.
Yes, so that's the things about gele. Yes, please.
But that has also gele has also evolved, because when we started hearing about gele, it used to be that big one with the pleats at the front. But all of a sudden, we started seeing this one, and then this one with a bun.
Yes, please.
Would you say that it changed with time, or it has always been in the system, but we're just introduced to it?
It changed with time.
Oh, okay.
You see, before, our parents were used to just waking up and styling on their head, and most times they don't get to achieve that look they want. But now, gele is evolving, where the automated gele has been introduced, known as auto gele. The way I explained in the beginning, I had to wear this myself. I didn't struggle to wear this. I only made it and had it on my head. Same with this. This can be worn under 1 minute. You're not going to make it from the
I just put it on my head.
Just put it on your head and you are good to go. So the gele stylists, they are taking the stress away from you by keeping it nice and already made for you.
What's the most challenging gele style you've had to make?
Okay, so in a shoot with one of the presenters, she asked me to add an Ankara to Ashoki on the spot. So I was like, okay.
What's the difference?
Ankara is softer than Ashoki. Ashoki is firmer. So that's what helps us create the pleats and the styles. That's why the Ghanaian Duku cannot do this, because it's silkier.
Yes.
Yes, so it cannot do this. So these are very
this is Ashoki.
Yes. It's
the one beneath
with a Hollandex fabric.
Okay, so the one beneath, that's the black one.
The black one is Ashoki, and then I had to add it with the Hollandex fabric to help out what I wanted to achieve. Yes, I wanted to have an infusion of Africa or Ghana print on it. So that is why I had to combine both of them.
So it means that experience helped you?
Yes, please. It has always helped me. In most of my activities with my clients, I get to learn. Yes, I get to learn. So it really helped me, and it's very beautiful. You need to see it. It was very beautiful at the end of the whole day.
Now, the brides are overusing the gele too.
No, but do you think that, you know, they say that Ghanaians, we don't like to stick to what we have. So we have like the kente, we have different African prints and stuff, and then even though you say that gele is it's an African thing. It has African roots. We actually saw it being done with Nigerians, and so you see a lot of Nigerian brides, and then they have the beautiful gele on their heads, designed differently. And now it seems as if Ghanaians are copying that. Do you think that it's flattery, or you think that you stand by what you said earlier, that it's an African thing, so it doesn't matter which country you're from, it's okay?
Yes, please. And I'll also add, Ghana fashion is evolving. That is why gele, and because the brides, the celebrants, they want to rock it, so that is why it's being introduced. So it's not like we are copying. Gele is Africa, is deeply rooted in Africa tradition, so nobody's copying. You only saw something, you loved it, and you are having it. So that is what I can define. Ghana fashion has decided to extend beyond duku and turbans, but it is still dominant. The duku turban is still dominant, but they are getting to evolve with the gele looks and everything. So you're not copying.
Love that. Now, so again, if I want to learn to do this, how long would it take me to learn, especially for the business?
Oh yes, please. We have.
So how many months?
You can go to.
Okay, so it depends on how many styles you want to learn. Some people want to learn everything, but I will tell you to take it one step at a time. And for me, before you learn, passion. If you don't have the passion, you will learn and stop halfway. So for me, passion first, and then you just need. I know if I say this, you'll be shocked. When I was learning the auto-gele, I used 3 days. Yes, because I wanted to do it. It was burning in me, like the zeal of the fun part was having women to wear gele wherever you are without me coming there. It's very satisfying. So I wanted to do it, and then I started. So if you have zeal, you can use 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, depending on the quantity or the amount of styles you want to learn and your passion.
Is it profitable though?
Yes, please. It's very profitable.
And she's going to say very. But she realized that when she said it, we'll stop doing presenting and go and start doing gele. No, she realized that we would stop doing what we're doing and start doing gele. So she started to hold that very back. It is very satisfying and also very profitable.
Creative. The way we have hairstyling, makeup, artistry, gele styling is also
very lucrative.
You are not a lot, or like the people who are growing. So that's what I'm trying to say, that you see, if you are maybe 10, the makeup artists, we have like 100. So it's hard to make a lot, because if you say it is 500 CDs that you take, I can get somebody who will take 100, right? But then because it's now growing, you're fewer, and so if I state the price, the next person that I go and ask for price, maybe they are not even in Accra, or they're somewhere else, or they're very fine. So the money that they mention, they add transportation, add other things to it. So you would rather stick to the person that you have. That's why I'm just saying that the fewer you are, you have a larger market to work with. And so
I actually would decline that.
Really?
Yes, because it's your uniqueness.
Well,
some might not be able to do this.
That's true.
So it has taken me skills and so much practice to get to this. So I won't say it's all about the price. I know what is in this.
Wow.
Like if I tell you it is, you are very confident you are getting this. Because if you go out there, you won't get it. So it's me and my uniqueness.
And that's on period, okay?
And that's on period, guys. How do we connect with you?
So you can connect with me on Instagram, the Gele Center. Okay. You can connect with me on WhatsApp with the number 020-531-9430. Okay. You can connect with me on Snap, TikTok, the Gele Center, Facebook, Gele Center.
Okay, your center, is it CENTER or
yes,
TRE?
CENTER.
Okay.
Yes,
the Gele Center on social media, on Instagram especially, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not taking.
You're not taking it home, my girl. You give it back to the woman so that she can go.
Please, your final words on this one.
I want to appreciate everyone who has supported this business, knowing that gele has not been a Ghanaian thing, but with your support, we have been able to grow to this extent, and we are very grateful. Thank you so much.
Have you seen her Instagram page?
Charlie.
Oh, they're celebrating
the way she's talking so calmly is the humility. My dear, Instagram page is not a joke over there, okay? We've brought in somebody that is
superstar.
Yeah.
So as I'm going to do my own wedding very soon, she's going to be doing my...
Okay. Is that how we find out that you have been proposed to?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of the show. The Gele Center will be coming because they are coming. They've seen what you've done. Yeah. And we're definitely going to patronize you. Thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning. And to my beautiful hosts for the Fashion Wednesday. Yes. Okay.
You can also connect with me at Diana.Kumbey.
Yes.
Okay, on Instagram. Okay, yeah. Send me a DM, say hi that you watch the show.
Good.
Yeah.
It's always a delight to have her join me on the show. It's always fun to have her join me. And of course, Fashion Tips, more of it is on her social media page. So please go there and let's get connected. Of course, we're moving on to other things right here on the show. It's going to get heated after this, okay? Yes, of course, it's Wednesday, so we had a great conversation around fashion. We're still learning and growing here on the show, so make sure to stay right here with us. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. You're welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. It is time for the plug. We're going to have a big conversation. Loads of things. In fact, this particular conversation, I'm actually very surprised that we're doing this because last night I had an experience. I didn't like... And I said, God, I told you, God and I have a plan. We had an agreement that I would never go back to that bed solving my issues. We'll talk about it, don't worry. We'll talk about it. Equity Health Insurance says that they have an amazing package for you. In today's fast-paced world, accessing quality health care should be simple and convenient. That's why Equity Health Insurance presents the telemedicine product designed to bring expert medical consultation right to your phone. With just a call, you can connect with licensed doctors anytime, anywhere, whether at home, work, or on the go. This service ensures that you receive prompt medical attention and prescription and, of course, professional advice without the hassle of long hospital wait times, okay? For just as little as 6 Ghana cedis. Ghana cedis, guys, 6 Ghana cedis per month, not a day, per month. You can actually enjoy 24-hour access to doctors, prescription supports, and referrals from anywhere, from very, 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 very equipped doctors, okay? So contact us today on 020-4269-562. That's 020-4269-562. Or 050-9969-07071, okay, to register and experience hassle-free health care today. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you. Now, with Dzamefe water staying refreshed has never been easier. Dzamefe water provides clean, healthy water you can trust as your go-to source for drinking and cooking. With options of our innovative 20-liter bottles that come with a tab, 18.9-liter bottles, your dispensers will have a breath of a new life. Our clean and hygienic Dzamefe water flows through for your consumption. Whether you need a cool drink to quench your thirst or a fresh cooking water to make your meals taste its best, Dzamefe water is the answer to your clean water needs today. Contact us on 020-9845-817. That's 020-9845-817, or visit our website at www.dzamefe.com/GH for more information about our brand. Dzamefe water, a better life. Okay, now let's get into the big conversation for this morning, and that is a spotlight on Smile Ghana. And I have my guests already seated. We have Dr. Kevin Dapaah, co-founder and clinical director, of the Dove Dental and Wellbeing Spa. Dr. Dapaah is the co-founder and clinical director of the Dove Dental and Wellbeing Spa. Dr. Dapaah performs all aspects of general dentistry, including mine, the one I'm about to tell him, and has a strong clinical focus on restorative and aesthetic dentistry. These include
porcelain veneers.
Porcelain veneers.
We'll talk about it though.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Then let's just get into it. Okay, Dr. Dapaah is here. And also we have
Cynthia.
Madam Cynthia, or Mrs. Cynthia. I didn't get the last name, but Madam Cynthia, she's here. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Miriam, for hosting us this morning.
You look like me when I was younger.
Oh, really? Well, I'm very young. Thank you for the compliment.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming, Doc. We're talking about my teeth. Last night I had an experience.
Serious?
I couldn't sleep.
Wow.
I had a terrible toothache.
Wow.
I don't know where it came from.
You knew where we were coming.
My tooth knew that there was an appointment I need to take this morning. But it's good to talk about this. A couple of months ago, I believe we had World Dentist
Oral Health. That's right.
And we had conversations around that. But it's actually not news that Ghanaians don't have time for their teeth. Time with the dentist. Different over here. Yeah. But you have set up a space here where you're able to interact with people. What is the position of people taking care of their teeth like? What is it like in your opinion if you look at it?
I think, you know what I think? I think first of all I want to thank everybody for coming, for being present on the show, and thank you, Miriam, for hosting us, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
We're part of a big team, Smart for Ghana, and it's led by Dr. George Brown, Dr. Malcolm Farr, who is Cynthia's husband, and Dr. Chris Vonde, and we're just part of the team. And what it is, I think, to be honest with you, in the UK, a thing that's been kind of high priority for a long time. And historically, from what I understand, Ghana hasn't been the same, but things are changing. Like I'm good friends with Dr. Louisa, and I see what she's doing, and other dentists like Dr. Michael Mensa, they're really pushing with the public health side and kind of bringing oral health to the consciousness of Ghanaians. You know, so I think slowly things are changing, the tide is turning. So I don't think it's all bad. I think it's on the way up, and I think we just come to play our part in our home nation to come and support.
How has tech influenced this move? You know, because again, you don't want to have any form of conversation without having to say that, listen, digital space has changed everything totally. Well, how do you think it has influenced people appreciating dental health?
I think tech is very important because I think it allows us to make our dentistry more predictable. Personally, when I do smile makeovers myself, I use a digital design to show my patients of what their teeth like. I give them various options. It's not like, oh, you're the doctor and I trust you, because you as a patient know what you want, and I need to understand that. So using the power of tech, using advancements, AI, things like that, you can almost make your dentable. So tech is a very big part of the conversation when it comes to dentistry in the future.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get into Smile for Ghana right now, and I'm going to have you start. Tell us about Smile for Ghana. Why did you decide to come up with an organization? It's a foundation.
Yes, so we're actually a UK registered charity. So although we're all of Ghanaian heritage, apart from Dr. Farr, who's from New Zealand, we all, as part of the diaspora, for many years now, thought it would be, useful, good, just to make a difference, to do something. So obviously, it was natural, progression that we would form the dental charity. So we formed in 2017 with 3 dentists, as Dr. Kevin has mentioned, Dr. Brown, Dr. Vonde, and Dr. Farr, my husband, and then the wives. So,
the wives of the husband.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, the wives of the dentist.
The wives.
Nice.
The wives are there in the background. Yeah, so literally it was just, sitting around the kitchen table, had this plan for a number of years, and we came up with Smile for Ghana, as is on the T-shirt, and we're here to make a difference. Yes.
Since 2017, since inception, I want to. I usually will start from the very positive note. Okay, just like the success and everything. But tell me some of the challenges you've had to face coming up with a charity like that, because it's not the usual. I want to feed you. I want to clothe you. It's not the usual. What are some of the challenges you've had to face?
I mean, obviously, with any charity, there are challenges, and also being in the UK, we're trying to do it. So although we're registered in the UK, all the outreach programs, screening, everything takes place in Ghana. So obviously we have to liaise with logistics. Logistics is always a problem. We have a mobile van, as you know, and it has to be maintained. It has to be transported from where it's stored in the yard when we're not using it to the location that we're having outreach. So it's a once-a-year program. So logistics is definitely a big problem, I would say. Certainly there are no shortage of volunteers, and as the years have progressed, we've grown and grown, and this year I think we've got something like 65 volunteers, and they're coming from the US, from UK, and we also work locally with some of the staff, dental hygienists, dental therapists, dental technicians. Obviously, the right people. So we have to check that they're suitably qualified and registered. So that does take quite a bit of time. So it's another challenge. So the paperwork, getting registered, as you know, because we can't just turn up. We have to go through the protocols, through the procedures, and believe me, they're very strict at the Medical and Dental Council. So because we have temporary registration for those that are volunteering. So I would say those certainly are some of the challenges.
I know what I say is, from a logistical point of view, I think doing something like this is costly because, for example, if I use my instruments in your mouth, before I use it in Cynthia's mouth, I have to clean it, sterilize it, all of that. That requires power, water, all of this stuff. And in the past, the charity has served over a 3-day period over 700 patients.
Or more.
Over more. 3-day period. So it's challenging. It's mentally, emotionally, physically. It tests you, you know. And and one of the key differences I feel is that in the UK, I think access is not so much of an issue. Even for some people who, if they can't afford, there's a way they can go for free for treatment. But sometimes I find, sometimes in nations like Ghana or developing nations, what happens is that things are left for so long and things get worse over time, So, and with that, sometimes things, if it gets to that extent, then it becomes more complex, So in my experience, I remember my first time I did an outreach was in Kenya some years ago. And I find that the things I studied during university in textbooks, I was seeing it in Kenya, do you understand?
Oh my God.
Where in the UK, you don't really see that because things don't go as far. You understand? Because sometimes with tooth pain, like for example, yesterday, you might feel the pain today, it might go for some time, but it might come again. So some people think, if I take some medication, it might be okay, but they may not necessarily treat the problem. That's why I think with Oral Health Day, the campaign, and what the dentists here are doing, it's a fantastic job.
While you were speaking, I'm like, okay, so why would... I understand for Mrs. Faye, of course, she has gone through the system for so long, she knows it's now time to give to society. But as a young man, why do you want to subject yourself to all of this, all of these, very difficult situations when your career is just at its peak now and you're supposed to be enjoying your life?
You know what? One of the big things is not, when you do these things, you often think, I'm going to go out there, impact people, change people's life. But honestly, it impacts your...
Ooh, tell me about that.
The impact it has on you is beyond words. When you see the difference you make to people's life, getting them out of pain, cleaning their teeth, which for me is very straightforward, but for somebody is a massive issue.
It is.
Something that will be quite expensive if you're offering it for free. I'm a man of faith, and I feel that God will skills, my talents, my abilities, as well as work with people like Cynthia and learning, because being out in the field, because we're going to Esicado, that's where we're going. Esicado, yeah.
I was going to say I'm going on the next journey. I'll let this one out, okay? Not Esicado.
That far, you know, it's not that far.
First in the line, you mean first in the line?
Listen, is there going to be food?
Yeah.
Because there has to be food.
Yeah.
And a lot of water, because I might stop by the road and say, you know what, this journey is not for me, okay? But okay.
But, yes, but referring to the challenges again, a little bit of statistic. In the UK, population is about 65 million, so probably twice what we have here in Ghana. And we have 44,000 dentists for a population of 65 million. Whereas here in Ghana, we have 1,000, just 1,000
the whole of
for
Ghana.
about 32, 33 million. Yeah. Big challenge. And as you say, the access, you know, people have very little or no access at all. Qualities in health, employment, education, nutrition, you know, there are so many factors, and so we really do need to to people of Ghana.
I also feel like from a general health standpoint, you know, every nation is different, but we face so much health issue. Here it could be malaria. There's so much things at the forefront of people's mind. Sometimes dentistry gets put to the back burner.
Yeah, because you only see 1 of 10 people in a year, at least. Accounted for, not the ones we don't know. Accounted for, having this kind of issues. Like I was coming this one, I was like, should I just call my producer and say I have a toothache? And I'm sure you'll be like, toothache, go and drink some. But you have an event coming up. My producers decided to post this one up because they are too excited about your event coming up. So let's get into that.
Also, what I'm doing, aside from the Smart for Ghana, I'm doing I've been asked by a foundation called the Joshua Boise Foundation to go to, on Good Friday, I'm going to the Nungwa Orphanage to do some dental screening over there. So I'm doing that side along the Smart for Ghana.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I've been asked, and we've been sponsored by Pepsodent.
Oh, that's a big one. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's good support.
Yes.
That's good support because Pepsodent, I know in recent times have really taken this whole oral health thing big. They've supported Dr. Ewa and Dr. Louisa. Outreach. Again, of course, they do know the deficits we have in the system. So Nungwa on Friday, Easter Friday.
And Esicado from the next Wednesday. Next Wednesday?
Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, Saturday after Easter. So we do have a GoFundMe page talking about sponsorship. So as you say, Pepsodent, John Mitchell, even British Airways give us extra luggage so that we can bring the equipment because it's all brought from the UK, although we do ship a lot of the instruments in advance, you know, like the sterilizers, you know, there's a lot that
because if
goes
you want
into
to get them here, that's going to be an
issue. Going to be a challenge. Yes. So we're grateful to all those sponsors. And so as I say, do go to the GoFundMe page for Smile for Ghana, www.smile.org. And you'll find all the information and the dates and where we're going at Esicado Ketan.
And also, if anybody in the area that needs help, has any issues, we're here for them.
I'm your first. Guys, I'm telling you, last night wasn't even a joke. So let's get into this Friday. What time are we going to?
The afternoon show, anytime from 3 p.m.
Or you're doing it for
the kids.
For the kids. So anybody can come and support.
Support, yeah.
Yes. So what we need right now is not for you to bring your teeth. Don't bring your teeth. Don't do that. Come and support. It's the dental outreach. The Joshua
Boise Foundation.
Okay, Nungwa New Life Children's Home. Yes. So it's a very popular orphanage.
Okay.
If you haven't been there, just put on Google Map. I'm pretty sure it should be able to take you there. We're going there to support. I was going to say I'm going to Esicado with them, but you see, I was actually going.
You're working.
I'm working. I'm working. Okay, I'm working. So I'm good support from here. But I think it's a wonderful thing. What are the activities on the day?
So just to confirm the date, so it's April 25th, 26th. Yeah, so that's at Esicado at the Railway Park in Esicado. And well, we're going to be doing, well, we start off with an assessment, obviously medical history, ascertain there are any contraindications, sort of like high blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes, all that. And provided everything's okay, then they'll go through the screening process with they will be given the necessary treatment, whether scalings. We do emergency treatments. We don't do cosmetics. So anybody thinking of whitening, I'm sorry, you know, because we're really there to help the underprivileged and to get them out of pain. Because as you say, there's nothing worse than toothache. No. Nothing worse. So that is our emphasis. And then, of course, education with others and to start getting them used to brushing, you know, twice a day, morning, 2 minutes. The main message, get that across. And we try and make it fun with the children. We have stickers, balloons. You know, we've got an excellent team. So
you're getting volunteers from Ghana, so we're going to get some dentists from Ghana.
Yes, that's right. Yes, so those they're coming from the UK, the US, and then also local. Because we like to engage with local people, be part of the community, and then quite often we have to refer on. 2 years ago, we sat with a cancerous growth, so we had to refer it, in the mouth. So you'd be amazed. Oh yes. And dentists are actually, you know, they do diagnose. Yes, so often as a port of call, you know, the dentist will pick up and then refer to a doctor. So you know, having good teeth, seeing the dentist regularly can save your life. And obviously, as you know, dental health impacts on your health. You know, poor dental care can give you dementia, affect your heart, a whole host of problems. So it's not just about the teeth. It's actually a holistic. It's for good teeth means good general health.
To be honest, I've actually come across a patient. This is back home in the UK, by the way, where I discovered some white patches in their mouth, and I referred them to the hospital to do something. Had HIV.
No.
And they had no idea. So I was able to spot that early, and he was able to go and receive treatment to make sure that things are managed well. You understand? So, and he had no general symptoms. He just had the white patches. That's why things like this is very, very important. And when we talk the subject of cancer, things like, I know it's not so big here, but things like smoking in combination with drinking, for example, increases your risk of cancer. And sometimes, you brush your teeth for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then you get on with your day. But a dentist will take the time to look in them up. If they see something and spot it early, it can be managed. You know, so just know that the mouth is not isolated or anything else. Even if you hurt your finger, you can't even picking up a couple, it will bother you. Do you know what I mean? So everything is interconnected, you know, and that's what we're here. We're here to screen, we're here to help people get out of pain. People have any gum issues, we're here to clean people's teeth. And people have holes in their teeth, we're here to do fillings. So we're here to carry out the essentials, but also to give people with education, empower them, give them information, and enable them to kind of go on and see it as an important part of their general health and continue their life. That's what we're here to do.
And I think there's a beautiful cause. We should actually applaud them for this. It's not easy. In fact, if you are someone who is regular with the dentist, you know it's not cheap to do that here. So again, this is coming for free for these young people and for these less privileged communities. Thank you so much. God bless your heart. But again, you definitely do need support. How do we come again to support this cause again, maybe probably for future projects?
So obviously fundraising is a key part, and so we do a lot of that, be it a charity run and getting sponsors, a sort of dinner dance, you know, with auction and raffle prizes. We've also, as I say, set up the GoFundMe page, which you will see on the website. So
what's the website
it's all
again? Give us the website.
www.smileforghana.org, and all the information is on there. And so, yes.
Do you have social media pages that we could follow?
Yes, we do. Yes, so you can follow us on that. Smile for Ghana.
Okay, Dr. Dapaah on all social media platforms and Smile for Ghana. The 4 is 4, the number 4.
The number 4, just yes.
Smile
yes,
4,
yes,
the number 4.
Yes.
Ghana Foundation. Just follow them on social media. You get to see, again, people like evidence. So you get to see what they're doing, so you can go and support. This is our little way we want to give back to society.
It's all on the website and, on our past outreaches as well, because we launched it in Hohwe in the Volta region.
Okay.
And then various places, Peki, Adidome, Chito, Adoklu, Ashiashi, Bato Catholic Hospital, to name a few.
You are working.
Yes.
And again, note that they've been here since 2017.
Yes.
So you have been doing this.
Yeah.
Are we going on the ground? I think we will have to join you in your
you must come.
We would have to join you because we love these things.
Yes.
And our audience are young, vibrant, and very energetic young people who want to see people do good and also want to live a healthy life.
Yes.
And so thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much for being so generous and kind to give back to the society that we live in. We're looking forward to all the amazing things you're going to be experiencing or having to do in Ghana.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you there.
Coming.
In person.
At least I'll be in Mungwa. I know I'm going to be there. I'll be Esikado.
Cape Town.
I promise I'm going to be there in spirits. Cheering you up. And now you out there, again, it's all about oral health, but also we are also encouraging you to go and support them on this very wonderful cause that they are taking. Just join them on all the social media platforms. You get more information to work with. Moving straight to the second plug for this morning. It's a jam-packed show. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. I will be right back.
Hi guys, Dr. Dapaah here, the People's Dentist, and I'm coming to you straight from Ghana. Listen, some of you may know I've been here for the past few days, and aside from the wedding, the litness, the enjoyment, and the family, the most memorable and the most impactful time for me has been the dentistry. Yes, I said the dentistry. So I managed to link up with the University of Ghana Dental School. I hooked up with some of the professors and the dean of the dental school. And I was fortunate for them to allow me to go with them on an outreach to Jamestown. Jamestown is one of the most deprived areas in the capital. And with them, we managed to carry out some screening, give some medication, carry out some dental treatment for the whole local community for absolutely free. And I'll be honest with you, it absolutely shocked me. It humbled me, it impacted me, and guys, it's my experiences, the most heartwarming experiences I've ever come across in my life. Particularly the patients. I personally carried out quite a few screenings, but I'm happy to say that almost all the patients got the treatment they needed on that day. I was particularly shocked that some of the cases that we come across in textbooks are actually common occurrences out here in Ghana. I'm very sad.
Hi, my name is Ricky. I'm a TV host and a self-styled chef. Cooking is my ultimate passion, and it's something I would say is my calling. Now, for those who cook a lot like me, there's one fact they always state. Ingredients decide how tasty your food is. And for me, the game-changing ingredients is water. Tap water at the moment is not the best option considering what's going on in the country. Also, such as water can taste weird and produce too much waste, so it's a no-no for me. My number one choice for cooking is Jibu water. Cooking with Jibu water enhances the flavor of your food. And it's not just that. Unlike other brands where you have to pour it from a heavy bottle, the 20-liter dispenser bottle comes with a tap that makes things so easy. So you see how simple it is with Jibu? Cooking with Jibu gives you big flavors and great taste without all the stress. Remember to cook with Jibu.
Jibu, transforming opportunity to thrive.
Welcome to Deluxe Experience Ghana, your trusted partner in creating unforgettable events. From breathtaking stage designs to dazzling lighting solutions, we bring your vision to life with precision and and creativity. Our expert event planning and consultation services ensure every detail is taken care of so you can enjoy a stress-free experience. Capture every moment with our professional photography, videography, and live streaming services because every memory deserves to be cherished. Transform your event venues into a masterpiece with our exquisite interior lighting and permanent designs tailored to suit your style and theme. At Deluxe Experience Ghana, we don't just plan events, we create experiences. Let's make your next event extraordinary. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe. Contact us today on 0267 83 7006 or 0545 03 8620 and 0545 03 7520. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think Deluxe.
Step into the world of fashion, where creativity meets innovation and beauty goes hand in hand with style. On Fashion Wednesday, we delve into the journeys of influential voices in the fashion and beauty industries here in Ghana. From emerging designers to seasoned professionals, we explore their stories, their crafts, and vision for fashion's future. Get the inside scoop on the latest trends, expert styling tips, and beauty hacks to elevate your look. Join me every week as we celebrate the art, the passion, and the people scenes who make fashion more than what we just wear. This is Fashion Wednesday, where fashion comes to life. Catch Fashion Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on MX24 TV.
You're welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. If you're just joining in, you made the right choice. My name is Miriam Udwak-Menta. You're welcome. If you are an ardent follower of the show, you have seen me talk about equity health insurance the past year. Yes, since I joined this platform, I have equitied myself from day one. And I remember someone asking me, are you a brand ambassador for Keksy Health Insurance? I said, you don't know. You don't know. I'll tell you the story. But this morning, we get to sit up close. We get to get up close and personal with them. We get to hear all about Equity Health Insurance. I've given you different products. Ayarisa, Bia, Vambo, Sika. I've given you Equity Corporate Insurance. Recently, this morning I did telemedicine, and yesterday micro insurance. Listen, I've done it all on this platform. So now today we get to meet the people that actually make this happen, and they're going to tell us all about Equity Health Insurance. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning.
You'd like to introduce yourself to me?
Yes, my name is Keksy-Thywill, Dzamefe. Keksy-Thywill, Dzamefe. Yeah.
Dzamefe.
Yes.
Dzamefe is the name I want to keep. Mr. Dzamefe.
And I'm Vanessa Tackie.
Vanessa is the name I want to keep.
Yeah.
Because so I try to stay safe. I'm terrible with names, so I try to stay safe.
That's fine. That's
Good morning and welcome to the show. Equity Health Insurance.
Yes.
You want to tell us about how long you've been in existence. A lot of people will tell you, I don't know anything about insurance. So insurance companies cry their family from cry. Insurance companies say a day, you know. And a lot of people still ask these questions. But you want to tell us about Equity Health Insurance and how you came into being?
All right. So thank you for the opportunity. We want to also take this opportunity to say a very good morning to our leadership team at Equity, headed by Elton Frederick Afari, Dr. Wesley Ansah, the Chief Operations, and the whole management team, and our colleagues and the clients over the country. So Equity Health is 8 years doing commercial health insurance. So what we do is different because it is affordable, it is accessible, and it's reliable. So if you come to Equity, you are going to see a corporate product. You are going to see the NHIS top-up that we just launched recently.
Wow.
Yes, so we did a week the market, exciting program. The product is as low as 60 cedis for you to top up on your existing NHI package. What it does for you is to increase your coverage, increase benefits, and give you a more reliable access. So what it does is that you are not going to be in the, but now because you have a premium, you can be able to get access in a lot of private and also public hospitals.
Wonderful.
Then we have the telemedicine, which you spoke about this morning. I would want to say that on our corporate plans and also the micro, the Smile for Ghana, you are able to get access to dental care.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, and wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, so it's
comprehensive.
Listen, I do healthcare in one pack. That's amazing. Okay.
So over the past 8 years, we've been doing this with a number of clients, both private institutions, public institutions, individuals, and small holding families. So that has been our journey. And at the forefront of this, customer. So we've traveled this journey with customers. Ours is to make sure that we have them at the heart of our business discussion. So at any point in time, the product we are bringing out is just to make sure that our clients access the stakeholders we have are reliable and it is affordable for everyone.
And then that's one thing that I think is tops it all for me, the affordability. Because when you look at the package, it's 65 Ghana cedis, something. I'm like, what is this going to do? But I'm pretty sure the research has gone into it, and we realize that it has some level of impact, especially for the basic situations that people go through on a daily. Now, many people think private health insurance is complicated. How does your company simplify the process for customers from plan to making a claim? The claim part. I want you to continue from.
So thank you. So what Equity Health Insurance we have done differently is, in as much as health insurance is here to give you all the peace of mind you are looking at and also the affordability, what we have done is once a client shows interest in getting the health insurance package, we are able to onboard you seamlessly on our various systems, where within 24 hours clients are able to get their membership cards and also their membership numbers, where they are even able to go to the hospital, not necessarily with the insurance card, but with their insurance numbers. They are able to get healthcare, because we believe that healthcare is such that we are not able to jeopardize with it. And we believe once you have shown the interest and you are ready to get the policy, we should get you the health insurance within the very stipulated time. You should be able to get it. And when it comes to the claims part, which most of us, we are very much interested in. So the good thing is we have currently, Equity Health Insurance, we have accredited close to 600 facilities across the country. So wherever you find yourself in the country, Ghana, there is a facility that is able to give you the health care that you need. And with the claims, we are able to make claim payments within the 60 and 90 days the authorities have given us. And even for some institutions, and most of the time, my boss Riley said, we are a very customer-centric company. Hence, whatever we are doing is centered on the healthcare needs of the client. We are able to make what we call the redundancy, where we make payments with the facilities, so our clients are able to visit, where we don't have to wait for a period of time before we make the payment, because we believe that healthcare should be accessible, it should be affordable as well, and it should be readily available, because there are certain emergencies that would warrant individuals to have emergent surgeries and emergent consultations. So we believe that healthcare it should be seamless and it should be affordable.
Wonderful. Now, can you share with us some success stories so that my viewers will not think that us some success stories that, you know, over the period that you've been here as Equity Health Insurance, you have been able to put together, and also a story that would encourage someone to say that, you know what, Equity Health Insurance is the insurance I need for my family?
Let me start from this point. We have a lot of success stories, and it's because of the type of healthcare at it is not your regular healthcare delivery system. So recently, there's an HR who got at a business. There was no presentation, there was no negotiation, and it was solely because last year, a member of their team, the HR who did the recommendation, had a health condition. On their previous provider, it couldn't cover. They had the discussion with Equity, and we took this covered. Now, when it was time for the gentleman to go into the proceeding, he called us, and we told them that visit the facility. It shouldn't. How the people were able to get healthcare access to the individual at the hospital, the procedure, the medications, the recovery ward, everything. Now, this cost them quite an amount, but because they were on our insurance, we took care of it. So the HR's recommendation was that if they were to pay for the staff, it's not within the budget allocation. Then also, let me pick this one that happened last week. So we had a client who was stranded. That I think the expected delivery date for the wife had exceeded, and what they had planned for was far beyond gone. So they called us that the hospital has recommended that they detain the lady, and so it took almost 4 to 5 days before the final delivery came out.
Which means that more money.
Yes, more money. But based on the system we run, everything, and the individual called personally to say that Equity, as a Jimmy, because financially, the time of the month that this happened was critical. You and I know, as we speak currently, today is...
We're still in the red zone.
Yes.
I've not gotten out of the red zone.
Exactly.
It's still early in the year.
So for a healthcare cost to hit you around this time, it is quite huge. But the individual was excited because we've been able to pay for the delivery cost, pay for the medications, and the card was able to cover for the new baby, even though the mother or the father had not paid any premiums for them. So there are a lot of stories out there where people go to very far places. Let me give you this example. We had a client where they were in Buipe. In the whole of Buipe, there is no hospital that covers health insurance, private. So we decided that we would travel. And I am happy to say that I was part of the team that was in Buipe. So we went to the Central Gonja Hospital, which is a district government hospital, to have a conversation that, hey, we have about 20 people and their families in this community. We want you to serve them. As Vanessa mentioned, we were able to do a retainer with them, and today, all those people do not have to move from Buipe to Tamale for healthcare. This is success. And for us, it's about the satisfaction, the impact it creates immediately for healthcare.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. And which is why I want us to quickly get into the products that you have.
Great.
Because it covers almost every aspect of healthcare when it comes from from
patients.
Listen, I think people need to know about Equity Health Insurance this morning. So tell us about the packages you have, ones that corporates can, you know, engage in, individuals, families, and what have you. Let's get into that.
Okay, so the packages we have at Equity, we have the corporate health insurance, which is mostly for organizations, being it huge or small organizations. You can sign on as well. We also have what we call the individual and the Busua family package, which is mostly the Ghanaian family health insurance coverage. Then for individuals who also have certain chronic health medications, who are on monthly medications, you are also able to sign on to our chronic disease management.
Oh,
there
we
is
have
also
that
that.
too.
Yes,
That one amazing.
we actually have that as well. Then we have the telemedicine you made mention of. So the telemedicine is also a platform where you have a virtual consultation with a doctor, being it in your house or in the comfort of your office. You are also able to speak to a doctor. Diagnoses are being made. If there's a prescription, we also deliver the medication to you for free, also within your circumference. We also have the third-party administration. We also offer health insurance for organizations who would want us to manage their health finances for them. So I think these are some of the plans and the corporate and individual products that we have.
Let me humbly add, we have what we call the retail, where the micro insurance comes in.
I was going to, because micro insurance is my new baby. Even though medicine is my other baby, my first baby is micro.
So the micro is done differently at Equity Health in the sense that we look at what we are saying is that when it comes to healthcare, there shouldn't be discrimination. So our mothers in the market who may not get the bulk to do the busia, for example, where you pay a minimum of 1,800 a year or 2,000 a year, can be able to do 80 cedis, 60 cedis, 52 cedis on monthly basis. If you are a small group and you cannot do the large corporate one, we can be able to get the micro for you also as an SME. For example, a startup where your budgets is a little restricted, we can be able to get you the micro. So the micro has levels where you can decide that, okay, I'll be on the highest level because I want more consultation, I want more labs, I want to have optical and dental. Yes. So the micro is very, very affordable. As little as 60, 80 cedis on a monthly basis, we can be able to sign you on, either as an organization or a small group.
And one good thing is these packages are such that they are very comprehensive in the sense that they are covering being it your general or specialist consultations are being covered. Some labs would also be covered. If prescriptions are given to you, they would also be covered under the policy. Even in instances you're on admission, the insurance would also be able to cover for that as well.
Between you and I, you know that there's a lot. And you wouldn't get it anywhere else. And so how do we connect with you? How do we if someone's just watching this morning, you're like, you know what, I'm signing on to this. I'm signing my company. So how do we connect with you?
Okay, so you can contact Equity Health Insurance on 050-1515-124 or 050-368-3162. Equally, you can also follow us on all our social media handles, being it on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and also on YouTube. We are also on Equity Health Insurance. You can
just Equity Health Insurance.
Equity Health Insurance. You get to
when
us.
people send you DMs, do you respond?
Promptly. Promptly.
Oh, the confidence says it all. Equity Health Insurance brought you their packages for this year. So far, they've added new babies. We're only in April, and new babies have been added, and it's consideration of what it is like to live in Ghana and health, the health space, how to pay for your health. So I think I said to someone last year that healthcare in Ghana is expensive, so you need Equity Health Insurance to take care of you and your family, and of course for your workers as well. We have so many packages for you and your loved ones. Please jump onto Equity Health Insurance and thank me later. I'm telling you, thank me later. It's the best insurance company in Ghana. Thank you, gentlemen and lady, for coming through.
Thank you too for having us.
We're looking forward to all the big success stories ahead of us. Thank you for being a part of the show this morning. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. We'll see you again tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Note that we are on all social media platforms. It's MX24GH on all social media platforms. See you tomorrow.